Hey there, it's Seth Myers with Sinus Spine Sport and Rehab, and today we're going to go over one of the kind of mobility drills that I give oftentimes for people dealing with some low back pain. This is a super basic movement, but it can be really helpful at helping get rid of some of that low back pain for a couple different reasons. So I just call it a press up. What we're going to do here, what it's going to look like is laying flat on your stomach, taking hands underneath you like you're going to do a push-up, and then we're just going to press the upper body up like so, leaving the hips relaxed, trying to lock out those elbows. If we're dealing with some pretty good low back pain, if you can't go up all the way, that's totally fine. Just kind of go up to what feels comfortable, and then we can come back down. I do like to have folks hold it at the top for a couple of seconds, so we can go ahead and do another rep and back down. So why we might be doing this drill, one of the big reasons is it really just helps get some mobility and motion happening in the low back and SI joints. So if some of the pain is coming from that area, let's go ahead and do another rep. This just kind of mobilizes those joints and gets some fluid moving around. As humans, we do a lot of stuff that's out in front of us. We've been forward very often. It's not as often that we're bending back and getting those joints moving in that direction. So you can kind of think of this as just kind of loosening up those joints that might be stiff or haven't moved in that direction in quite a while. There are a few modifications we can do with this. So go ahead and go back down. One that I do like to do is if you're dealing with some low back pain that's pretty intense, especially if it's one side or the other, is we can bring a knee off to the side like you're doing like an army crawl. So we'll bring this up like so. Again, he's on a table, so if you imagine he's on the floor, that knee wouldn't be falling down. But we can do the press up in this position. That shifts the hips a little bit. So if you've got pain on one side or the other, this might be the trick or ticket to let you press up even further and get some more range of motion happening. But it can be very difficult to figure out which side we should have that knee off to, even if the pain is on one side or the other. So usually what I'll have folks do is try 10 reps with the knee on one side. If it doesn't feel good or you don't like it, then we'll flip and do the other side. So go ahead and switch those and just see which side feels better or gives us more range of motion. So again, sets of 10 with this. Obviously, if you're dealing with exact or specific low back pain, I'd recommend talking with your provider or a provider, but you usually can't overdose on this. If you get 10 sets of 10 throughout the day, that's amazing, but usually at least 3 sets throughout our day is what we're looking for. But as many repetitions as we can do, it's going to help loosen up that low back really well. So go ahead and relax. But that is the press up, sets of 10, helps mobilize and loosen up that low back. Give that one a shot.